All right, it's Media Day. We are talking District 7 5A Division 1, and we are joined with Lancaster Head Coach Leon Paul. Coach, athletes for days. That's what we say when we talk about Lancaster, when we talk about WEBO Nation. You guys showed it out last year for sure. A couple stumbles during the season, but you got a good grasp on what 7-5A Division 1 is all about. You know who you have to go through, and you know you might be one of the teams that people think about they have to go through. Talk about your run through the district last year and what you're hoping to gain out of the knowledge you grabbed last year and going into this year's season.
Man, the district is definitely different than what we was in previous. This district is very competitive. You have almost every team in the district that is competing for a legit playoff spot. You have to bring your A game every week. You know, there is no week off, or it is no, hey, well, in this game everybody gets to play. Not in this district. This district is real heavy on. You have to be able to stop the run. If you can't stop the run in this district, you're not going to have a chance to make playoffs because it's so many good running backs in this district. I want to say it may be 6 Division I running backs in this district alone. So this district for us is very challenging, but that's why we set up our non-district so challenging, so it can help us get prepared to go through a district like ours.
I'm gonna harp on that a little bit because last year or the year before, you had to set up a tough non-district because you weren't seeing much in district play, so you wanted to see what your team was all about then. But last year, you set up a tough non-district to get you ready for it. It's kind of interesting how you had you basically you want a tough non-district, and for the people that don't know Lancaster football as well as they should, that sock game really opened up some eyes because everybody's thinking, okay, that's the defending state champions. They're still accepting their flowers from the year before, and you came out and just completely shut them down. 21-3 game. It was a terrific win, and it kind of springboards you into the season. Is that what you were kind of looking for in a non-district battle right there to get you ready?
Well, actually, in non-district, I make sure to pick teams that can punch us in the face. Each year, every coach goes through spring ball and they feel like they have a great team, but they're playing one another. I want to play somebody that's going to punch us in the mouth, and I want to see if my team is a team that can take a punch and then punch back. And I want to find that out in the non-district. I don't want to find that out in district because you could have a team that's real pretty and your non-district isn't that competitive. But once they come to a long view, you find out, hey, what type of team you really got. They get punched in the mouth and they want to go home to mama. I want to find out early so I can fix those mistakes that we made and just make sure that our team is playing very aggressive. So when we played versus South Oak Cliff, that was a big game for us. They're defending champions, and if we want to be the best, we have to play the best. And that's why I wanted to have, teams like Denton Geyer that played, previous in the 6A state championship and South Oak Cliff. I want our community to be able to be talked about as one of the best football teams in the state. So in order to do that, you have to play those type of teams.
Let's talk about some of the athletes you guys got coming back. You got a lot of first team guys coming back, including Juan Lacey at running back, Tiark Martin at wide receiver. Talk about some of the speed and athletic players you have coming back. We'll start with the offensive side of the ball first.
All right, so offensive side of the ball, we'll start with our quarterbacks. Last year we played 2 sophomore quarterbacks. Threw over spring ball, both of the quarterbacks received Division I offers. Both of them are back. They're stronger, they're faster, and they're more intelligent when it comes to football. So I'm excited about those. At the running back, we have Juan Lacey. He's coming back. He can do it all. He's like Debo. He's like our Debo as far as on the football field, where you'll see him flex that at wide receiver and at running back. You got Markel Porter that's picked up some Division I offers at running back. He's coming back. At receiver, I want to start out with number 0. We have Tiark Martin coming back. He's our field general. He's an offensive coordinator on the field. You have him. You have Emmanuel Choice. Emmanuel Choice had a big spring. He's picked up a couple of Division I offers. He's coming back. And then you have Jabrandon Henderson at the other receiver. He's coming back. And then you have Cam Robinson that's picked up D1 offers. He's playing both sides of the ball this year. As far as on our O-line, you have Tobias. Tobias, he had a real big offseason. Gained some weight. He became a really, really good football player. He's committed to TCU. We have both of our starting guards back. Both of them are 6'4", 300 pounds. And then we have a guy that played tackle. Now he's playing center for us. I'm excited to see how he plays at center. And then we have Barry that started for us last year on the O-line coming back on offense.
Talk about the dynamic of running two quarterbacks out there. I know it makes my man Diggs a little uneasy. Seeing a team with two quarterbacks, he gets a little squirrely on that. What's your philosophy on that?
My philosophy is I'm not going to waste talent. Both of those kids can play, and they can play at a high level. Both of those kids deserve to get filmed. Both of those kids deserve to get recruited. Both of those kids deserve to go to their parents and say, hey, I appreciate all the sacrifices that you made for me, but you don't have to pay for college. And when both of those kids can play on a high level, why not play both of them? And that's what we did last year, and it benefited because now both of them as sophomores have Division I offers already, where they don't have to wait until their senior year, put a lot of pressure on their senior year. And if we would only play one, then who knows what would be going on this spring, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. And that's a very good point, especially talking about the next level and be able to get these kids into college. That's an excellent point. Let's talk about the defense side of the ball. Where's some of the strength lie? You were talking about younger players at quarterback, but we love watching Jacoby Williams, and he was just a freshman last year. I can't imagine having that kid 3 more years in the gains he'll get in the weight room as well as just growth as a kid.
Yes, sir. Man, Jacoby, he had a really, really, really good offseason. With me, I don't look at age. I don't look at size. I look at, can you make plays? He's not the only freshman that I moved up. You know, Jaquavius Pipkin, I moved him up his freshman year. You know, if you're ready at that time, let's work, because now I see where you are as a freshman and we can build off of it. But on the defense, our secondary, I'm very excited about our secondary. We have Corian Gibson back. He's phenomenal. He's a lockdown corner. We moved Cam Robinson from wide receiver to safety. He's picked up, I want to say, 14 offers at safety, 6'1", 190. We moved another wide receiver that played JV, but he's 6 foot. He's aggressive, great ball skills. We moved him to safety, and he's lights out. I'm very, very excited about him. Braylon McDonald, I'm very excited about him. And then we have Jordan Jones at corner. So our secondary is averaging about 6 foot, which I haven't seen since I was at Duncanville. So I'm excited about that. Our linebacker core is going to be new, but they're very fast and they're very physical. So we have Kebrion Winston that's playing our will linebacker. We have Devon Newman that's playing our Mike linebacker, and then our star, which is a hybrid between the linebacker and a safety, is Demetrio Mendez. He played safety last year, but we brought him down a little bit, and he's doing an excellent job. And then our D-line is going to be very young, but they're very aggressive and they're very hungry.
That's awesome. Let's just circle it back around to the district. We talked a lot about Longview. You guys went out there, and usually playing at Longview, with their crowd, that's like a 7-point advantage as it is, just going out there, and you only lost by 8. It's got to be exciting to have them come to your neck of the woods, come to WEBO Nation this year. Yeah, I know you're a coach that don't want to look way too far in advance, but that game has been circled on our calendar. And how excited are you to be able to compete with them on your own home turf?
Longview is a great program. I mean, they won state in 2018 in 6A. Last year they was ranked number 1, so it's always a pleasure to play a top ranked team. And the goal is to always win, but whenever you lose, you don't just lose, you learn lessons. And that's what I try to teach our kids. Like, we didn't lose that game. We just have to learn how to not make those mistakes, so next time we see them, we'll be able to win.
Thank you for joining us. I know this is way early, but I love getting to talk football with you, even in the off season.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. You got my cell phone. If you need anything, just let me know.
No problem. Thank you, Coach.